If you know how to restrain someone with a rope, then you can learn how to eliminate a person. For example, strike the nape of the neck. That's a weak spot. Hitting it is very effective. If you've learned these things, then you've entered a higher level. Of course, these things are dangerous. This kind of behavior only exists in movies. Please don't imitate it, because no matter how skilled a killer is, there will always be a detective to match them. Tonight, Yi Na received the third puzzle piece from the mysterious person. The piece shows a man with red lines on his head and hands. This shows how Kai Mok died, dismembered. Yi Na placed the piece with the others. She noticed the top left corner was still missing a piece. This suggests the serial killer will strike again. The one who harmed Kai Mok was his wife, Yang He. It wasn't Yang He. What happened? Why is this happening? Yi Na didn't know if Yang He was truly innocent. The next day, she found her colleague, a criminal profiler, and told her the whole story. But her colleague's first reaction was using a borrowed knife to kill. Maybe Yang He wasn't innocent. It was just her intent to harm Kai Mok was discovered by the serial killer. He used her to eliminate Kai Mok. Yi Na rushed to the prison to talk to Yang He and asked if she had ever seen this puzzle piece. This is the first time I've seen this, but it looks exactly like the place where I dumped the body. Yi Na hadn't even explained the purpose yet. Yang He, being clever, realized she'd been used. Sure enough, after comparing a few details with Yi Na, they quickly found something unusual. That night, after harming Kai Mok and cleaning up, Yang He and her lover clearly left with the suitcase. But later, when Han Sam investigated the scene, he found tire tracks by the lake. This shows the one who truly wanted to kill Kai Mok was actually nearby. He saw Yang He dispose of the body and left clues for the police. At that time, it seemed like someone was by the lake. But who was it? Yang He didn't see their face. Yi Na could only talk to her psychologist. She liked sharing cases with her doctor. The doctor had a good relationship with her, one of the few people she trusted. Besides the doctor, Yi Na also trusted Han Sam. After all, they both wanted to catch the serial killer. The killer is among us. When we meet him, we must ask why he let Yang He harm Kai Mok. Han Sam was deeply shocked. But Yi Na had a new theory. She felt the person sending the puzzle pieces wasn't just killing, but also wanted Yi Na to uncover the truth. And the truth couldn't just be a serial murder case. A few days ago, a murder occurred at a construction site. A middle-aged man and 3 workers drank together, then were poisoned to death. At first, the 3 workers were suspected of murder. But after investigation, it was revealed the middle-aged man committed suicide. Turns out his son once worked at the site. But the workers got drunk and didn't supervise him. They let him operate the machinery alone. His hand got stuck. He lost too much blood and died. The man resented the workers for this. So he staged his suicide to look like murder, to take revenge on the 3 workers. This case gave Yi Na an idea. What if the person sending the puzzle isn't a typical serial killer, but like that middle-aged man, someone taking revenge on those who wronged them? Maybe the 3 dead weren't victims, but perpetrators, just like in the case of the middle-aged man. Yi Na suspected Dong Hun, Mi Young, and Kai Mok had wronged the killer, so they became targets of revenge. Only 3 pieces have appeared so far, which means more than 3 people harmed the killer. Could be 4, 6, or even 9 people. Since that day, Yi Na secretly worked with Han Sam. They investigated everyone connected to Kai Mok and eventually focused on a chaebol named Yoon Soo. Before his death, Kai Mok contacted Yoon Soo many times. But when Yoon Soo was interrogated by the police, he insisted he didn't know Kai Mok. Yi Na went to see Yoon Soo alone to talk. She tried to get information out of Yoon Soo, but Yoon Soo was extremely cautious. Not only did he deny knowing Kai Mok, he also refused to provide any information. Yi Na had no other choice. She had to tell him it was a serial murder case. The next victim could be him. The first cervical vertebra, a bit higher. Right here. I have a feeling if this is the killer I'm looking for, he might do this to you. Yi Na's threat didn't work. Yoon Soo still refused to say anything. As a result, less than 2 days later, something happened to Yoon Soo. He died in his office. Cause of death was heart failure. But Yi Na found a needle mark on the back of his neck. It seemed the real killer had used Yi Na's idea. No surprise, the killer was right beside Yi Na. Who could he be? Kai Mok really did lead to the next victim. They said all the CCTV footage on the 30th floor was erased. Was Yoon Soo really the 4th victim? The next day, Yi Na did receive a package. Inside was a new puzzle piece. The piece showed a clown. It probably symbolized Yoon Soo's death. Yi Na believed the drawings on the puzzle pieces weren't random. There was a Ferris wheel, a clown, indicating it was an amusement park. After searching online for a long time, she finally found a park that matched the image. But when she went to investigate the site, the park staff said that there had never been any accidents or crimes there. It seemed Yi Na's instincts were wrong. Fortunately, Han Sam made a new discovery. At Yoon Soo's death scene was an old handkerchief. But after collecting evidence, the handkerchief mysteriously vanished. He suspected the killer was inside the police station. It could be one of his colleagues. Or maybe Captain Yang. After much thought, Han Sam decided to trust Captain Yang this time. He shared his thoughts with Captain Yang and asked him to keep an eye on the others. At the same time, Yi Na found a new clue. She discovered that Mi Young's house once belonged to Kai Mok. And before Kai Mok, the house belonged to Yoon Soo. This place, what really happened here?